Welcome back, guys. I am going canoeing for the first time in 20 years. What could possibly go wrong? Right, I am taking the big van today. Not that I'm actually going all too far. The canal that I'm choosing to go down and get myself a bit of lunch is only around the corner. In fact, I could have taken the little van, could have walked if I'm honest, but that's not the point, is it? You know, you want a fridge full of cold waters and soft drinks when you get back, the ability to rinse off, use the loo, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a bit of a tester. It's a brand new toy that's been bought for me. It's an inflatable. Let's see how we get on. I'm pretty much bringing you with me in case something daft happens along the way and I can earn myself 250 quid on You've Been Framed. Or it's more likely to be Lad Bible nowadays, but let's see how we get on. Here's my new toy. Don't come with the dude with the dreads, but it does come with pretty much everything. I'll just lug the whole box over here for the time being from the van, but in there is a carry bag, so once it's set up the first time it all goes back into a carry bag, so a bit like a rucksack, a bit easier. So whip this together, pump it up, take the litter, the cardboard box and anything, all the packaging back to the van, and I plan on dropping in over there. Now, if it was a fiberglass model, you'd sit on the edge and launch in that way. But obviously, being inflatable, the edges are pretty rough, and I'd worry about just tearing it. Quite heavy duty, but you still don't want to be doing things like that. I mean, there's jagged bits of girder and all sorts over there. So it's a case of stepping down elegantly and hoping that I don't end up in the drink, because for all intents and purposes the canal, while being a beautiful place, it's not beautiful water. So I was hoping to park in that little car park behind me. There would have been a spot right at the back where I could have backed in and left myself enough turning circle to get out, but there is a spot there. But I think I would block that last car in, and it would leave me in a bit of a situation where I could actually get blocked in. No one wants that, so I've just had to park her down the lane a bit. But what that does mean for me is that I know, regardless of that car park, I pretty much always have somewhere to park here if I wanted to do it again, so that's pretty good. Sorry guys, no epic fail. Hi mate. No epic fail as of yet. Right, so I've got no idea if this seat's in the right place actually. I've just dunked it in the middle somewhere. So I've bought a bag with me, sun cream, glasses I don't care too much about, as opposed to my Ray-Bans, which I pretty much love. Couple of bottles of water, some money, and I've also strapped through one of the straps my phone in one of these little cases. Two things: I can't drop it in, can't get it wet, and if the canoe did go totally over, it would be connected to the canoe and still safe. That is the idea there. So here we go. I'm going for my pub lunch. Let's go. So I've walked my dog up this canal 1,000 times. I go running up this canal, and my neighbour told me, yeah, take your canoe on there. And I thought, I've never seen a canoe, I've never seen anything like that. People are going to look at me funny, am I odd? And then the one day I come out in my canoe, I find a paddleboarder. So how strange is that? Hello mate, how's it going? Do you mind if this goes on YouTube? And he's not wet yet, so he hasn't gone in. Got my first bit of traffic coming up. Sorry, filming and rowing is absolutely impossible. My first bit of traffic coming up, a barge oncoming, or a boat. Rules of the canal are you pass on the right, so it's a good tip to know. I think that is the only rule. Oh, I've got to go. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm actually on my way to a pub that is on the canal side. I've no idea how far I've got to go. What I will say is there's either a tide or a current. I know nothing about canals, but it's going with me just a slight bit, so the way back is going to be a little bit tougher. I know that for a fact. Haven't got the canoe just to mess about on the canal. That wasn't the theory behind it, but the last couple of weeks have been really tough for us. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know my boy has been really poorly. So we had 3 days of him going really downhill, 3 days in hospital, and on top of that the boy's got a fever, and you know, it's 30 degrees, you can't keep his bedroom cool enough and things like that. So we had a real tough time. Today is the first time he's been fit and well for a couple of days now, but nursery's back on. He's gone to nursery. I got enough plumbing jobs to last me till Christmas, but I said no, not having my first day of sanity and freedom at work, because it also lined up with my birthday. So today's my birthday. Heading off for a beer and a burger on my own. But the idea behind the canoe is, a couple of times we've been out in the van and we found ourselves, I'm just getting waved, we've got a boat behind us. Sorry about that guys, everyone seems to be out in their boats, and I don't want to get runded over. Yeah, so the theory behind the canoe is, obviously it's collapsible, put it in a rucksack. But we've been camping a couple of times in the van, and just by chance we've ended up on a campsite that's got like a lovely lake. Happened in Wales, it happened, can't remember, in Oxford at one point, and that's where I got the idea from. Everyone started unpacking these inflatable canoes, and I was like, oh, that is a cracking idea. So if we know we're going camping, obviously I won't bring the canoe with me if I'm going to camp in the field with Rich and the bug out boys and all that. There's no point. But if we're going away for a couple of 3, 4, 5 days and we don't quite know where we're staying, chances are, it seems to be, that there'll be an option for doing a bit of canoeing, and it's absolutely lovely. The missus might want one, she might want a double one when the boy's big enough to take him. What I will say is my lower back is absolutely killing me. I didn't put the seat tight enough, so yeah, my posture isn't the best at the best of times, and it's absolutely killing me. But I've just seen, in amongst nearly getting ran over, just saw a lady, and she says that the pub is just up there past that bridge. Probably won't see that on a GoPro, but there it is. Check this out. This is cool. So it's not like the usual pretty long boat. It's got the army cases out at the top. Slightly murdered out. Preferably that box is filled with ice and beers. That'd be so cool. That was absolutely wunderbar. No, I had a great time on the canal. Just a couple of hours. Like I say, bit of peace and quiet. Put my tunes on. Back at the van now. Got the old faithful bullfinch. Now, probably really don't have to bother with cleaning the canoe, but the canal is absolutely filthy. If I was just on a lake, I probably wouldn't mind, but I don't know if you can see that. That's mank. I don't want to be putting that back in the bag like that. Part of me thinks things will start growing, so literally just a J cloth out of the van and a bit of water, scrub off the worst, give it a hose down while it's drying off out here in the sun. Go in, get a cold drink, get sorted out, make a few phone calls, job done. See, for me, a product is worth its value when it will go back in the bag that they supply. That's all, you know, sleeping bags, tents, awnings, absolute nightmare. But this bag, I've got room for a life jacket in there as well. It deflates, really simple. Goes back in the bag, plenty of space. For the time being, for the drive home, because I rinsed this down, this is the seat. I'm going to leave that strapped to the back of the van so that airs off nicely and dries out. But yeah, there it is. An afternoon canoeing down the local stinky canal. Back at the van now. As you've probably seen, depends what bits of footage I keep and which bits I don't. Just give the canoe a bit of a clean. Quite luckily it's bloody 28 degrees out there, so it will dry off in 5 minutes flat, stick it back in the bag. Just a bit worried about putting it back in the bag when it's soaking wet with canal water in case it starts to stink or rot or mould. Anyway, yeah, thoroughly good time. Another great use of the van. In no way a canoe review. I haven't got the time or patience for stuff like that, and I know nothing about canoeing. But I suppose it's a bit of a vlog. And while I'm on that, a little bit of administration. Obviously subscribe. If you're watching this, if you've got this far, you might enjoy yourself if you subscribe, who knows. But you will notice adverts are at the start of some of my videos now. It's not about the money, believe me. They've been on for a couple of weeks now, and my estimated revenue is about £2.50. It's got nothing to do with the monetary side of things. I want YouTube to see that I'm doing what I should be doing as a YouTuber, so they recommend my channel and it helps the channel grow. So please be patient with that. It's not about the money. I've got a day job. This is in no way my job. So yeah, wait the 5 seconds and skip them. I just want the channel to grow and spread the word of all the good times that you can have in a camper van. Subscribe, and I'll see you again.